Hi, this is Trey Pass. Welcome to my review of The Tomorrow War. I saw this movie. This movie is on Amazon Prime. Okay, it stars Chris Pratt. You have Yvonne Sarowski in this, and you have Betty Gilligan. You have J.K.Simmons in this as well, Edward Hodge, and Sam Richardson. And the story, if you've seen the trailer, it's about it's current time, and Chris Pratt is like a science teacher. He has a wife and a daughter. He's estranged from his father. Okay, he's trying to, go for this. He wants to work. His dream is to be like a research scientist, of course. And so during a party, we get a news flash all over where we have these soldiers come back from the future, from the year 30 years from the future, from the year 2051, and they say, "Listen, Earth, we're in the middle of a war against an alien species, and we're badly losing the war, and we currently need people from the present year of 2021 to come into the future. You're gonna wear this armband," and they're basically gonna recruit people, okay, and also take soldiers, and they give you this armband, and they say, you'll go and help us fight this war in the future, 30 years from now, and you get to stay for like a week, okay, because they're badly losing the war, and they need something to turn the tide. They need basically more soldiers to help try to stem the tide because they're losing the war badly, okay, and Chris Pratt's character gets recruited, and of course his wife doesn't want him to go and stuff, and he has this young daughter who's really smart and intelligent and stuff, and she, it breaks his heart to, that he has to leave her, but he's also a war veteran, that he's fought he's been in the army before, so he knows a little bit. He has a little bit of military training, so he reluctantly has to, he has to go, because if he doesn't go, because he does think about running, okay, because his wife really doesn't want him to go, but they said if they don't recruit, if he doesn't go, they'll grab his wife and they'll be on the run, forever. And like I said, he's estranged from his father because, he has issues with his father. From his father also was fought in the war, and when he came back, he walked away from Chris Pratt and his mom, and so he's basically estranged from him. And anyway, you have all these other side characters in this movie. Sam Richardson is there as like comic relief. He's like a guy who works for this big research prize. So he's also like a scientist, and he works for this big research company, like the kind of company that Chris Pratt really was trying to get a job at. And so he's kind of like the comic relief, Sam Richardson. And then you have Edward Hodge. He's like a veteran of these going back and forth thing. This is supposedly his third tour of duty and stuff. And, they explain to you exactly, why he's doing this. And anyway, they go into the future, and somebody described this movie as sort of like Starship Troopers. How they had those wacky alien creatures that they fought, those mindless creatures that they fought, and in the way they have that here as well. And this is directed by Chris McKay. I like this movie a lot. Like I said, Chris Pratt, I love the relationship he has with his daughter, young daughter. You can tell even from the, they give you a little bit of the backstory and stuff, and you see him, explaining stuff with his, so you like the, and you can tell because of what happened with his father, he's making sure that he's the best father he can be to his young daughter and his family and stuff. And like I said, when they go into the future, it's absolute madness. I love the special effects in this. I think this was originally a Paramount movie, and they sold it because of the pandemic, they sold it to to Amazon. And so you can tell they put money into this, and it's, the future scenes with them fighting these alien creatures the FX is brilliant. You see the destroyed planet, basically all this stuff, these creatures have basically infiltrated, most of the planet, and they've, and then, like I said, they're on their last legs, and they're trying, when he goes into the future, he meets a scientist, a female scientist, who's trying to work on a solution to basically poison these creatures, and maybe have him take it back, so that way they can maybe stop this from ever happening again. So that's the basic premise of the movie. And like I said, they have some great action scenes in this. Great, and I think there's only two ways that you can kill creatures. You have to, I think, shoot underneath, I think, the belly or something like that, and I think on the back of the head or something like that. But it's it's only limited ways to kill. And these creatures are fast, okay, and vicious, okay. Anyway, I like the movie. I know a lot of people. Some people give it credit. They said I heard some reviewers describe this as a cheap knockoff version of Starship Troopers, but I don't think it's that to me, because I think Starship Troopers is just a movie into its whole another category. I think this movie is more dramatic to me and more heartfelt, in my opinion. Okay, and I liked it. Chris Pratt, I thought, was really good as usual in this movie, and I like Yvonne Sarowski. She's the scientist who's desperate to to find this cure, because like I said, this in the future, the war, they're losing the war, and they're desperate to try to find a solution because they're gonna basically Mayan Canada is gonna get wiped out in a couple of months if they don't find a solution to stopping these creatures. Okay, and like I said, Sam Richardson is in there mostly just for his comic relief. He has a few scenes here and there with his comic relief and stuff. And Edward Hodge, I think, was good too. He plays this veteran guy who was like no nonsense, and he's been through this a bunch of times and stuff. Okay, and I think the only person that's really, and J.K. Simmons, excuse me, he plays the estranged father of Chris Pratt, and he's good in everything he does anyway. I think the only one that's sort of wasted in this movie is Betty Gilpin. I think what's her name? Betty Gilpin? Yeah, Gilpin, who plays his wife. She doesn't have really much to do except look worried and concerned. Okay, and that, so she doesn't really have that big a part. And I thought the young actress that played his daughter was good. Okay, and like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought the action scenes were good, and the story was good, and the fighting was good and stuff, and the destruction looked great to me. Exactly, and like I said, it's about 2 hours and 18 minutes, and I didn't feel like it dragged too long or anything. To me, it worked for me. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend you go see it because to me, it was a decent movie. I enjoyed the hell of it. Okay, so I'm going to give The Tomorrow War, I'm going to give it a 7.8. Yeah, 7.8. I enjoyed it a lot, and I definitely think it's not as bad as some of these reviewers are saying it is. To me, it's good. I enjoyed it. Like I said, the movie entertains me and gets me invested in the characters, and I worry about what's going to happen to and whether they're going to die or not. Okay, that I'm involved, and I'm concerned, and I definitely felt this way about Chris Pratt's character and other characters in the movie. I wanted certain characters to live. Okay, so without spoiling it, okay, there is a twist in there, but I don't want to spoil it. Okay, and you'll probably figure that out when you watch the movie anyway. Anyway, let me know what you think of The Tomorrow War. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions, if you check this out as well. I also have a link to my Patreon channel in the description box. Also, I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me. And also, like I said, my patron is only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there. The Doom Patrol Season 2, The Boys Season 2, The Mandalorian Season 2, The WandaVision, Zack Snyder's Justice League, all 4 parts. I have Falcon and Winter Soldier, the final episode. I have a couple of episodes of Superman and Lois, and I have all 4 episodes of Loki on there as well. I'm going to finish that, and then in August, I'm going to take Doom Patrol Season 2 down and put up, actually this month, July, I'm going to put up Stargirl Season 1 because Stargirl Season 2 begins in August. That one and Titans will be the next 2 series I review because Loki and Superman and Lois, which I'm currently reacting to and putting on my Patreon, those 2 will be finished by then. And so the next 2 will be Titans Season 3 and Stargirl Season 2. And I'll put up, this month, I'll put up Stargirl Season 1 on my Patreon. Okay? So anyway, so again, link below. So if you, like I said, $5 a month, tons of content on there. So if you want to help me, please check it out. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.